Snake bites in the house.
Oh, is he? What's going on, YouTube?
What's up? What's up?
It was just Stackett's idea to do a live, and he's nowhere to be found. But my other good friend, Silver and Cigars, is here. What's up, brother?
Not much. Just chilling.
How are the dogs treating you, buddy?
The dogs are good. They're Gunner's getting used to Archie, and I think there's a lot of adjustment on his part.
Yeah.
Being an only dog for such a long time, but he's coming around. They're starting to play more.
Very good, very good.
I'm sure you'll see him run by. They're eating dinner right now, so.
Archie's always eating dinner.
He's always eating. He's always hungry. All
right, so we got Nickel Stacking that said he might be late. We got iReview. What's up, brother? Cranky Stacker. We got Snake Bite, as you said. KW. What's up, fellas? Oh, we got a real a-hole in here. We got the Sphincter. What's up, Silver Sphincter? Justin, hello.
My Silver Journey. Justin Baxter. Yeah. I got some mail going out to this guy. Just got that together today.
I'm old. What's that say?
Alienated History.
Oh, very cool.
I was in his live chat yesterday. He goes, "You want to do a sticker trade?" I go, "Yeah, but I don't have no stickers. I can send you a Topps card." So that's on the way.
So, there's Archie. He's done eating for the moment.
We had the wife eating. Now he wants her food. So.
So maybe we should disclose an important order of business. I don't know if you all caught my community tab, which Cigars, he I don't want to say influenced. Well, yeah, he influenced it. He pushed me that direction without even knowing it. But what's up, Morgans? How you doing, buddy? We got to do a live, Morgans. Yeah, you mentioned it. I'm down. Thule, hello. John, what's up? I don't know if you all saw my tab, but Cigars told me about a member in the community who's going through something with his dog, and his address isn't public. He doesn't have a PO.Box. Cigars has his address, and he forwarded it to me, so I won't disclose that. But you want to take it from here, Mr. Cigars, since this was what you turned me on to? I think we should support if we all can, even a note of encouragement.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Silver Channel in question is going to be Southeast Stacker, and I've been subscribed to him. He's been subscribed to me. He's got a channel that's I'm looking it up. It says it started in January 9th, 2023. He's got a couple videos out. Not a very big channel, but he's still a member of the Silver community. And 2 days ago, he posted a video talking about why he's been silent. He's actually been silent for about 3 weeks, and it's actually a heartbreaking story on two fronts. The first heartbreaking story is that his dog was viciously attacked by another dog and needed all kind of surgery. So that's heartbreak number one. The second part of the heartbreaking is that he had to sell all of his silver to pay for the dog surgery. So I just automatically said to myself, we need to send this guy some silver, and I'm going to do that. And so then I brought it up to my good buddy and told him the story, and he said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to send him some silver too. Give me his address." His address is private because he does not have a P.O. box, but he said in one of his earlier videos, if you want to do a sticker trade, just email me and I'll give you my address. So I have his address. We're not going to post it, but anyone interested in contributing, email me or email him direct and just say, hey, I'd like to send you something. I think that would be pretty cool for us to do.
So everybody in here, including the Shroud, thank you for entering. You are all now mods on my channel. So if somebody can go to SE Stacker, his channel, and maybe post a link to his video, which I will post in the description after this, and maybe put that in the chat so we can all go check that out. And we have no way to know if this is legit. I have no reason to think it's not. So full disclaimer, but I'm going to send them 2 ounces. I didn't get to the post office today. I admit that. I went to one to pick up. Well, hold on. And they put my address on both sides, but I picked this package up, which I'm going to do an unboxing about. And I was playing Beat the Clock to beat the postman to get here for this package. And I'm unboxing on those. But I didn't go. I'm going to go tomorrow before work. I'm going to pack something up. I'm going to hook him up. You know, and if I'm out 2 ounces, I'm out 2 ounces. Whatever. But I got no reason to think it's not legit. And Silver Cigars is like me. He's a huge dog guy. So, you know, and even if you can't afford to kick in any silver, which is totally fine, you know, even a note of encouragement. So if you mail it, I'm Silver and Cigar on the hook here. If you mail it to either one of our public PO boxes, it will remain unopened, and we will pay the shipping to send it to him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a priority deal over the next 30 days, I'm thinking, so I can only pay shipping once, because I'm already going to kick him 2 ounces. And he has no idea we're doing this. He didn't ask for anything.
Right.
So, I mean, and if Cigars can't afford the $10.20, I'll kick it to him, but I'm pretty sure he can, because he's a big channel now. What's up?
I'm a big channel because Yankee Stacking commented on one of my videos. If that's not big, you know what I mean? But no, seriously,
I responded.
He did not ask for anything. He just told the story and left it at that. You know, he didn't say, hey, you know, if anyone could help me out, I'd appreciate it. He's not asking for anything.
No. And he has no idea that we're doing this. I don't think he even watches me.
Not either.
And whatever. I don't care. I mean, you know, he just made it. Honestly, his video was about, can someone, Tully, did you drop that? Is that you? I mean, I see Tully dropped something. Mike, what's up, Michael?
I'll click on that. Hold on.
I'm assuming that's the link.
Yeah,
what's
that's
up, Michael
it.
Garcia?
That's it. It's a 3-minute video. Yep.
Good. Thank you for that. You know, and again, he didn't ask for anything, and he doesn't know we're doing this, and I don't want anybody to tell him, please. I just want to surprise him in 30 days or 5 weeks, whatever it is, with a couple packages from people in the community. I don't care if it's notes. I don't care if it's a dime. I don't care if it's a copper penny. I don't care if it's a sticker. You know, whatever y'all want to send, just send it to me or Silver Cigars. Link in the About tabs on our pages for our PO boxes, and it will be unopened and forwarded to SF or SE. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll pack it in like, you know, a bigger priority box or something, you know, and pay the $10 or whatever.
Right.
Or, you know, if any of you, I just emailed him and said, hey, I want to send you something. And he goes, oh, cool. And he sent me his address right away. So, I mean, if you guys want to send him something direct, you know, and because we're going to wait, you know, like you said, 30 days. But if you guys want to just, you know, contact him yourself and do it, that's fine too.
What's up? Just stack it. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, buddy. I forgot to check. I forgot to check the StreamYard stream. I don't know how long he was waiting in backstage.
This whole time.
And he's all on this page too. He's gonna send something out. He told me. What's up, buddy?
Oh, you know, I'm 1 minute late and you leave me in the basement forever. But no,
I'm a bunghole, dude. I'm sorry.
No, I am.
This was your idea, so
yeah. Well, and that's why I felt bad. I'm like, I'm not even on the screen. So, yeah, I heard the story from Constitutional, and I haven't figured out what I'm going to be able to send yet. I was actually thinking Constitutional because it's kind of hard and pricey to get right now. So I'm gonna put something together, and I will probably send it direct, but I'll try to wait. That way, he doesn't get the weird package, you know, out of nowhere 2 weeks early. So I'll coordinate with you guys. But yeah, I mean, things happen, and that's why we stack. But when they happen, you know, it's good to have these things, but it's always sad because you know the person doesn't want to get rid of it.
And that's actually what he said. He's like, look, you know, I would do it all over again. This is why we stack. Just keep stacking, blah blah blah. And that's what really resonated with me on the video. I was like, okay, the man has a dog. His idiot brother brought a pit bull over that was not, you know, social. Jacked up his German Shepherd.
Yeah.
And he sold his stack to fix his dog. I mean, I can respect that. And he never said, hey, send me something, blah blah blah. He's like, this is where I've been. I haven't been posting. This is what's going on. But this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna continue to stack. I had to sell most of my stack, but he had to pawn off a firearm too, which is also heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But I respect what he did. What's up, Wolverine? How you doing, buddy? Oh, we got a heavy hitter in the house now.
Oh, sweet.
So if you all want to send something, send it to me, send it to Cigars, and we'll forward it. If not, just send a note. What's a stamp? 32 cents right now? I don't even know.
40.
Anybody know?
I think it's 49 or something.
Freaking gas prices.
It's gone. So Silver and Cigars, I saw your video earlier in the week. I've been off, so I don't know what day it is. But about the new channel guidelines for monetization. Did you see anything on the communication as far as when that takes effect?
No, I pulled up. See, I've been getting people commenting on that video like, hey, nothing's changed on my end. And in Alienated History last night on his live, someone was telling me that it is the 500 3K, but you're going to be monetized, but you're not going to be able to have ads that pay you. So I'm hearing different things.
Oh,
I found at least 7 articles, none of them from Google or from YouTube, all saying YouTube's changing their policy from 1,000 to 500 and 4,000, 3,000. But I can't find anything on the actual Google site, YouTube site, nothing about when this takes effect or what does it really mean. I got nothing.
I was chatting with Google support today because they demonetized my my live stream with Modern Stacker for no reason. Yet again, that's the 4th time. I should have asked him. I dropped the ball on that. Mr. Silver Wolverine asked what this is all about. There's somebody going through something in the community. Check the link that Thule dropped yet again. Thank you again, Thule. And if you want to contribute anything, a note, a piece of silver, a copper coin, whatever, just mail it to either Silver and Cigars or myself, and we will forward it on. So anyway, I'm going to shut my hole. Go ahead. Sorry, buddy.
Well, you could tell Silver Wolverine, the guy's name is Southeast Stacker. A quick recap. His dog was mauled by a pit bull. Heartbreaking story number 1. And the other part of it is that he had to sell his entire silver stack, including a firearm, to pay for the surgery for his dog. So we're all contributing. If you want to send me or Constitutional Stacker some silver or a note, we're all going to wait 30 days and then ship it to him. Or you can contact him directly. His email is on his About page. He does not have a P.O.Box, but he is willing to give out his address. So
and he never asked for anything. He doesn't know we're doing this. I don't want anyone to tell him. I just want him to go to his porch one day or whatever and open up a bunch of stuff and be like, what's this? Oh my God. I think that'd be cool. Notes, a copper penny, a sticker, whatever you can do. What's up, Nickel? What's up, Albie? Thanks for coming in, guys. So I want to make that clear. A, we don't know if this is true. I think it is. I have no reason to think it's not. And B, we just want to send him a little love because you know what? It could be you, it could be me, it could be any of us tomorrow that are down on our luck, hard on our luck, and this is what this community does. I don't care if it's a note or whatever, but we support.
All right. So that's that. But I haven't found any more information about the whole YouTube lowering their requirements.
I'll look into it some more, because I haven't seen anything change in my studio. But if indeed that is the case, I kind of think, I'd like to think it's based in truth. Number one, because of the numbers.
Which studio?
Like YouTube studio. Like
no. Let's just out you right now, buddy. So this is not your first channel. You were monetized long before most of us on your Just Wrench It channel. Yeah. Someone can drop the link to Just Wrench It and revive that channel. So I just want clarification on what studio, because although your metal channel is not monetized, you've been monetized for what, 2 years on your other channel?
Oh no, like 4 years.
Wow, heavy hitter in the house.
Forever. I think the channel's 6 years old. I just haven't posted anything over there in, I think, 2.5 years.
I got 2 beaters. Do you want to fix them both, and we can make footage?
Well, now I have a house with a garage. It's been almost a year, but I'm starting to get around to where I might even be able to do some projects and throw some more videos on that channel. Kind of, just one of those things. I moved into an apartment after the divorce, which was fine, but it's kind of hard to have an automotive channel when you don't have a garage. So,
well, I just dropped your link to your monetized channel, so hopefully they can go blow you up.
Well, I appreciate it. But the numbers make sense from YouTube's standpoint because I think primarily of all the shorts creators. So you have all of these people contributing to the platform, right? And that 10 million shorts views, I think it's like, 90 days or something?
Yeah.
That's almost unattainable. Like literally, even if you're just doing shorts and you do 30 a day, I mean, they have to be fire to.
So I'm so glad you brought that up. Can I ask you to tell you what you've told me about your channel this time around, why you're not hitting the algorithm, and how shorts, as you have put it, killed your channel? Because I think people need to understand that. I tell people all the time, shorts, unless you're Andrea Sabatic or whatever her name is not a way to build a channel. And can you touch on that maybe from your experience? Because shorts bring TikTok viewers that will never watch your stuff.
Well, so it's short form, long form. So you'll get subscribers, right?
Yep.
And so I don't know, 15, 30 something, I think right now. But I still, on most videos, I have about 100, anywhere between 100 to 200 diehard subscribers that pretty much watch whatever I put out, when they get around to it. But it's not abnormal for me to get a good video that kind of goes out in the algorithm to get anywhere from 1,000, 3,000 views. That's probably on the better side of my long form. Now, on my short form, I have some amazing videos. I have one that's over 50K for a short that I just shot in like 30 seconds. And so it's great to add to your sub count, but none of those people, I've yet to find a single person that actually interacts with any of my live streams or comments on any of my videos that came from shorts.
And shorts don't count towards your total public watch hours.
And they do not count towards your public watch hours. So right. I have I was doing a lot of shorts early, which was great because it helped me add to my sub count. But I'm still struggling on watch time because none of those people watch the long form content. So you're almost a footnote in somebody's,
So based on what little I know, I would say maybe do 2 shorts a week if you're trying to hit that point to bring yourself some subscribers, but focus more on the long content to bring yourself the watch hours, because all of us know that once you hit the sub count, especially now that it's down to 500, the struggle is the watch hours, and that's what you're going to get from your real long content. What do you guys both think?
Go ahead, Silver and Stars.
Well, I'm looking up this information, and I have an answer for you. I just figured out what's going on.
All right.
So, yeah, you are going to be able to get into the YouTube partnership program at 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours, or 3 million shorts in 90 days instead of the 10 million. But what that means is you are going to have access to tipping tools like super chats, super thanks, super stickers, subscription tools like channel memberships, and the ability to promote their own merch using YouTube shopping. But if you want to get part of the ad revenue share, you have to hit the 1,000 and 4,000.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's fine.
Yeah, you're only going to be making money on your videos at the 1 and 4. But if you want all these other things like super chats, and so when you do a live stream, people can donate to you and stuff like that, they're only opening up part of it. So I get it. I get it now.
Well, and that makes even more sense because there's a lot of smaller channels that have very dedicated fan bases. And I've seen that before, especially over in the tool community where, smaller channels will just be doing like hangout live streams and things like we do. And people will actually complain that they can't donate to this person because they're big enough to be monetized yet.
Look at that! I just sent myself a super chat, so I sent myself $2, and I'll probably get 90 cents out of it. I just want to see if I could do it. I was curious.
98, you get 98 cents.
I was just curious to see if it would let me do it. I was clowning around. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh, I just cost myself some money because I'm stupid. But
you'll get 98 cents.
Yeah, boy. So I just cost myself $1.02. Yeah, buddy.
Yes, you did.
Oh, and tax on it, 30% tax on the 98 cents revenue. I had to check. I was curious.
So, Constitutional, since we're on the topic of channel tips, why don't you tell them the confirmation that you made between our theory about live stream and how that affects your watch time?
Okay, so good point. Thank you for bringing that up. So I did. I told you guys I was chatting with Google Chats today because they demonetized my 4th video. The first 3 were quote unquote their mistake. Yet I never got my views or money back out of it. Whatever. They were all shorts, which don't pay me anything, pretty much. And I asked them. I said, I have a theory with a friend of mine. Is this correct? And I said, our theory is that live streams do not count toward watch hours or ad revenue, even though there's an ad in the beginning. While people are in there, they only count after the fact when people watch. Is that correct? And he said, yes, that is correct. So if you guys think live streams is a great way to get watch hours, it's not, because people don't watch them after the fact. Like once you start getting paid, you'll realize you make a few dollars at best on the live stream. Sometimes you'll make 38 cents.
Right.
It's not about the revenue. It's about promoting other channels, interacting with people. That's what it's about. But Google did confirm that with me today. Whoa, Mrs. Coin Crew, thank you so much for that. Whoa. You're friggin' awesome. Oh, what's up, Chef? How you doing, buddy? Chef Stacker's in here. If you guys don't know Chef and Mrs. Coin Crew, and Mr. Coin Crew is awesome too. Chef is like most of us. He's a 2A supporter and metal stacker down in LA. So and he cooks good food, I think. I'm going to be coming through your town in the next couple months. Surprise, surprise. I'm not going to disclose that. Silver Cigars and Just Stack It know what's going down, and so does Thule, but the rest of y'all don't, because I talk to these 3 people on a regular basis. So it's going to be fun. Whoa, I review. What are you doing? You're loaded. Wow, thank you so much.
Oh my goodness,
that's friggin' amazing. See, this is what I'm saying, right? So we're a celebrity. She must be talking to one of you guys. This is Mellow, dude. You're such a G. This is what I'm talking about. This is the best community ever. So this live stream literally is about a few guys just chopping it up, hanging out, and trying to bring some support to SE Stacker for what he's going through. Off the radar. What's up, Cranky? And y'all are hitting me with this, so thank you. For real, thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, fellas.
I just agreed with you. This is the greatest community on all YouTube.
And the most hated by YouTube itself. I even told Google Chat today, guys. I said, yeah, YouTube doesn't like to promote me because I go against the financial grain of spending money and blowing money. And he paused for a couple minutes. Well, his name was Mark, so who knows? I don't know if it's a bot or whatever, but he goes, it's not that way. Oh, but it really is.
Didn't you say
we have to support ourselves? I mean,
didn't you say to him, why am I being shadow banned?
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, and then I realized views were down across the board, so I wasn't being shadow banned. I thought I was. That was my mistake. Everyone's views were down. Savage, Sal's a little bit, not that much because Sal's a friggin' icon, but a lot of views were down. Even my good buddy Dragons, his views were down. So it wasn't just me. So I was wrong. It was that time of year or whatever.
Yeah, it's summer. People are out. People are taking vacations. Kids are out of school. There's a lot going on, and I think that's kind of normal. And then you'll see it like around Christmas time, and gearing up for that.
Whoa,
Views go,
Albie, you can never compare me with that guy. He's all about Bureau of Land Management. Please figure out the initials. I can't say what I really want to say. I don't like that guy. That guy's a tool. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. Just stack it.
Wait,
you got the floor.
Seth Rogen.
But yeah, I was just saying that the ad revenues change. I mean, even you had something recently where it just looked almost too good to be true as far as your ad revenue. And just some videos, get better paid ads than others. The rates are better, and you'll get one that has half the views of another and made 4 times as much. I mean, it just
dude. I've got videos with 12,000 views, with 10,000 views, 9,000 views. My highest paid ad revenue videos were in the last 2 weeks. One was 8.8K, one was 1.5K, and they were the highest paid. I mean, they didn't compare to my 12K views. I'm like, what? So it's true. I was like, there's no way, but it's true.
Watch around Christmas time, watch around holidays. Like in the tool community, you had to do videos around the Memorial Day sales. I mean, you didn't have to, but a lot of people did. And just the ad rates on those and the views were high, especially if you were providing useful information. Like there's a tool on sale. I bought it early. I paid regular price before it goes on sale, and I reviewed it to tell you whether or not you should buy it, that kind of thing. Those videos do great because you're basically telling somebody, whether or not you think that deal is a good deal when that price comes around preemptively. And so the ad rates, things like that are amazing.
That makes sense. Oh, we got a heavy hitter in here. Son of a Silver Stacker. Hey, dude. We were talking today on email. Son of a Silver Stacker is awesome. If y'all don't know him, go check him out. He's a heavy hitter. And he can tell you how to get rid of muscle cramps. Me and Just Stacker were having that conversation today. That's why I'm laughing. And I actually turned Liberty onto that. But Son of a Silver Stacker, if you did not catch the beginning of this video and what it's all about, email me. I'll tell you. We're trying to support a member in the community. Anyway, you got my number. You got my email. And Silver and Cigars, do you want to tell them about it real quick? I mean, since this was you're doing.
Yeah, I'll do another recap real quick just for all the new people that joined in. Southeast Stacker, small channel, but a huge member of the silver community, going through some rough times. Just put out a video a day ago. His dog got mauled by another dog and had to sell his entire silver stack, including a firearm, to pay for the surgery for the dog. And me and Constitutional are putting together call it a charity, call it helping out a fellow member of the community. If anyone would like to send me or Constitutional Stacker Silver a get well card, words of encouragement, flowers, I guess, I don't know, to our PO boxes, we'll put everything together and we'll mail it out to him. And we're doing it as a surprise. We don't want anyone to say anything to him. So that's what's going on. Or if you would like to just simply email the guy directly, go to his channel, look at his about page. You got to get his email address is his silver channel name and plus Gmail or something like that, and request his address because he does not have a PO box. And you could just send something directly to him, bypassing us, because we're going to wait 30 days till we get a bunch of people sending us stuff. So that's a recap.
I mean, send a copper penny, send a sticker, send a piece of silver, whatever you're comfortable doing, or send nothing. I mean, but it's just that sucks, and it can happen to any of us. And what's up, Gil? Just trying to pass it along. Wow, Silver Sphincter does not have a wrench. I apologize. I'm fixing that right about now. Boom. You're knighted, sir. So everybody in here should be. Oh, Jerry doesn't have a friggin' wrench. What's up with that? Hold on. Mello's got to have a wrench because Mello's in the house. He's the heavy hitter in here.
He's got one.
Mello, you're such a friggin' G. I don't know if anyone's told you that today. American Eagle Hoarder does not have a wrench, and he could use more subs. I mean, he's a big channel, but why not? So he's got a wrench. dropping the ball, y'all. Cranky? Oh, he's got one. Okay, all right. Everyone's got a wrench, so beat each other over the head with it. He's, oh, son of a silver stacker, here's your wrench. Jeez, man. What kind of friend am I? Boom. All right, we're all caught up.
Nice.
Wait, Albie. Does Albie have a wrench?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we're covered. Boom.
That's a terrible story, Nickel. Nickel
Wait,
says
what?
I saw a puppy ran over once.
Oh, dude, I ran a dog over once.
Oh.
Okay, her name, dude, this was in like 2005 or 6. Okay, her name was Chloe. And I was going around, I was mowing lawns at the time. I was landscaping. And I was going 40 miles an hour in a 45. But it was on Skyline Boulevard in Portland, which is super windy. If any of you happen to know this armpit of the world, and she ran out in front of me, and I ran her over, and I stopped. Legally, I didn't have to, but I was like, oh no. And the owner came out, and he's like, man, I'm so sorry. I'm like, you're sorry? I ran over your dog, bro. I'm sorry. And he's like, no, it's not your fault. This is the 3rd time she got out this month. I'm like, what? So obviously, he had to tend to some things he wasn't taking care of. And his neighbor came out and chewed me out. Oh, you idiots, go too fast. I'm like, dude, I was going under the speed limit, man. There's nothing I could do. I felt bad enough. And I said, hey, man, can I take her to the vet with you? He's like, no, it's okay. I'm like, oh, we'll put her in the back of my truck. I'll go with you. I'm real sorry. She was still breathing, but it didn't look good. I still wonder what happened to her. And I still remember her name was Chloe, man. Oh, killed me. I felt so bad.
That's terrible.
Oh, I'm going to hell, I think.
That's...
My mom was a cat person growing up, and we always seemed to have like litter after litter of, cats and kittens. And I won't get into all of it, but yeah, I've seen some horrible things as far as accidents with animals, and it's never fun to deal with. And especially you take that, like accidents are bad enough, but then, like something like what Essie is going through now, like, think about it. His dog got messed up. Then he had to start offloading his stuff because he's trying to fix his dog. And he's just, getting it from every angle.
Well, okay. Let me ask you guys this, since you brought that up. AKA, thanks for coming in. Good night. I just handed you a wrench. I'm sorry. I forgot, but you have one now. Seriously. Okay. A man or woman's silver, if you're a stacker, is extremely important, but so is your dog if you love your dog. So here's my question. If you watch his video, he says his I think he says, quote unquote, my idiot brother brought over a pit bull that wasn't socialized, something to that effect.
Brother or brother-in-law?
One of the two.
Yeah.
So honestly, if it was you in that situation, could you or would you be willing to try to repair that relationship down the road? Not so much because you had to sell your stack, which really sucks, but that's your dog and he should have known better. What do you guys think? I'd have a hard time with it.
I would too. That person would be dead to me.
And why isn't he paying for it?
Right. I would go after him.
And tucking the dog in and saying, I'm so sorry, or something.
And a German Shepherd is not a small dog either. They're pretty. They can defend themselves. So that pit bull had to be something rough.
Matt, turn your phone volume off.
I just turned it on. Right.
He always forgets. What do you think, dude? I mean, that to me, that's kind of, and Tully's like, yeah, he should offer to pay. I agree. I mean, he probably doesn't have the means to pay, which is why he doesn't offer. And it seems to always be the people that don't have the means to, that are causing issues. That's just, that's the right side of me, if you know what I mean, as far as red. But, what do you think, dude? I mean, I think it's jacked.
I think I'll say this, and it's a lot of my, I guess, upbringing and where I'm at now in life. And it sounds jaded. I guess it kind of is, but I will say this: family always complicates everything, no matter what you're talking to. And if you have a good family, hopefully they're a positive support structure, and that's, a great relationship. But anytime you're dealing with money or a situation or anything like that, the presence of family intermixed with anything like that just adds a level of complexity that, you know, most outside people can't understand. So,
dude, so glad you brought that up. Silver King, hello. T the Silver. Oh, I thought I saw T. Never mind, I'm not that big. It's the Silver Sphincter. Go ahead.
What is this? Wait, what is Silver Sphincter? What is a Kershaw American made? Is that some kind of badass knife or something? I'm reading this comment.
It's all you, Silver King. We're waiting. We want to know. While he's getting to that,
it's got to be some kind of knife or something.
You touched on family, bro. Yeah, Kershaw. You know, it is a knife. Kershaw knives.
There you go. Yeah.
In fact, I think they have a factory off I-5 in Tualatin. I think I've driven by it. I'm pretty sure it's Kershaw. So I'm glad you brought that up, Matt, because you always say hello, everyone. It's Matt from Just Stack It, so I just call you Matt, dude. You know, I hope you don't care. I'm not divulging any information that you haven't shared. Have y'all caught up with paid attention to what I said about what my quote unquote family did to my dad with the whole death thing and the whole inheritance thing?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
Yeah, I'm caught up.
If you want to hear about it, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't, put nothing.
Well, is there anything new?
Not really, but I don't know if these people know. I don't know who knows and who doesn't know. But family can suck really bad. I see 1-1.
In your case, it's not even. It's like it's someone he married. You know, he's not really family.
So, I was a terrible son. Okay, I was a troubled teenager. I partied too much, played around with chemicals too much. I never stole, but I was not a nice person. Okay, I didn't have time for family. What do you want? I'm busy. That kind of crap. And I put my family through hell, and I realized that. And I've spent the rest of my life after the age of 26 trying to make up for it. And I developed a really good relationship with my mom toward the end, who passed away in 2006, and a great relationship with my old man. He went through colon cancer and a couple strokes, and you'd never know. Like, he worked at it every day. He got up, he walked. I mean, you would never know 2 weeks afterward. I was like, whoa. And he always said, I'm going to take care of you. I said, Dad, I don't want your money. I'm going to take care of you and your brother. And then about 6-7 years ago, he married this woman who I call the Black Widow. And she has survived 3 wealthy husbands, including her son's father, that she owned a business with for 20 plus years. She never saved a penny. She bought, they both bought new BMWs every other year, went to Vegas every weekend. She married my old man and basically took all of his money, told him that she would do right by his boys, and got him to sell the house of $400,000 6 months before he died, because that was the only thing going to my brother and myself. And she got it all. So yeah, family can suck. And she's not family other than by law, but be very careful, kids. Be very careful who you trust. But that doesn't mean don't trust anybody. It just means be selective. That is my advice.
Yeah, I think most of the wealthy people in the world, if you look over interviews and things that they do, and I'm literally generalizing here, anybody that has sustained wealth or built it and kept it over a period of time, a lot of them bring the same message, which is the small circle. Keep your circle small, care for the people you love, but select them and choose them wisely, because you can't keep everybody. You hear like lots of rappers and musicians talk about it constantly, about their entourages that are always around, and then when they start running out of money or things ain't hitting the way that they used to, everybody disappears. And that's just a common theme. And people are drawn to money and success, but not everybody has the mind state to keep that going.
And I will say this, I hope my brother's not watching this. My brother has a house, a beautiful home, which I don't have. He likes to finance new vehicles and stuff, although he has not done that in a while. I have 24 Second Amendment tools, 25, maybe 24, 25. He probably has more, and they're nicer, and he likes to have suppressors for all of them and all that. So he doesn't have, I'm not going to say he doesn't have assets, because that's not fair, but he doesn't have assets he can turn into cash tomorrow. Like, if he sold his assets tomorrow, he'd have to find somewhere to live, kind of thing. So he was, and I don't think he was after my old man's money, don't get me wrong, because I wasn't either, but I think he's in a situation where if the paycheck doesn't come in tomorrow, he's in a bigger bind than I am, or a lot of you people are. And I think that was really hard for him to come to that realization. And I'm not saying he's broke or poor. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying at all. But when you have everything tied up in something else, it's harder to know that, okay, I can go sell some metal or sell some stocks or sell some bonds, whatever, and be okay in a few days. So I think it was harder for him than it was for myself to swallow that pill.
Yeah, and I mean, I think honestly, you're in that same place. You're just in a slightly different version of it. So, as I've told you in Silver and Cigars, I'm trying to conscript our boy here to give up life on the West Coast and move to Ohio, because you could own a super nice house here. You have the assets and finances. You could make it happen should you choose to. I mean, we're all a victim of circumstance, and unfortunately, yours geographically is unsettling to say the least. But
and I could be close to my two buddies, Silver and Cigars, and Just Stack It, because you're both in Ohio, and Tully's out that way, and maybe me and her could have a beer someday. But see, also, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be 100% as I always try to be. I make so much money. That sounds wrong. I make so much money, and I have so much security working for the guys I've worked for 15 years that I don't know what to expect if I was to sell some assets and move out there. I mean, just blow up my channel, you guys. Let's do it that way. I gotta use the restroom real quick. You guys got to hold it down, but I'm really thinking about it, man, because of what you guys told me about real estate. I've talked to you both, and I blew both your minds, and you both blew my mind when I compared.
Bring it up.
Wow, denied by Thule. That's why I said it. Say that. She'll come around. But it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, the differences. Anyway, I got to use the restroom. I'll be right back. It's all you guys. I'm going to shut my hole.
So, have you seen any of the I'm trying to think of the guy's name. I'm not gonna think of his name, but their tourism videos for Cleveland. Have you ever seen those on YouTube? They got like 8 million hits.
Where the guy does it's like city by city.
No,
he goes the one I'm thinking of. He goes all around Ohio, and he just gives you some history, shows you how trash it is now.
This is a song. He made a song. It's about a 2-minute video, and there's actually part 1 and part 2. What's his name? Anyways, in the video, he talks about it's all about Cleveland, and he talks about you can buy a house for the price of a VCR.
Well, they're not far off. I mean, VCRs are a little out of date, but
right.
By comparison, it's crazy. I was looking over at Constitutional's area because he was telling me all the horror stories, and I'm like, oh, this place isn't that bad. And then I get to the outside shot. It's like a mobile home in a mobile home park that's going for almost $200,000. I was flabbergasted. I do real estate, so I'm aware of what things go for, or at least what I think they should here in this area. And I'm looking at a mobile home. Granted, it's super nice, but $200,000 for a mobile home is just crazy. And apparently out there, it's normal. I was looking at condo style apartments that were $250,000 for nothing special. You could get it out here for maybe $1,200 a month, or you could probably buy something like that for $130,000, maybe.
Right.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, he showed me these houses that are slab homes, a couple bedrooms, no basement or anything, and they want like 400,000 for them. And I'm like, around me, there's city after city, city, but that house would be like in the 90s.
So,
You know?
so you would just stack it both, gave me figures, and just stack it's like, oh, ex-wife, we bought a house for, what'd you say, like 70K, and she sold it for 116. You got nothing, and I'm like, what'd you get, dude? A shack? And you're like, no, it's a nice house. I'm like, you can't even get a shack for 250 out here.
Yeah, he bought hers for like 70. I think I bought mine for like 75, and she just, I don't know, relocated and moved, thank God. But listing, because I was, like I said, I'm in real estate. I was curious what she was going to get for it. And I know, prices have risen and things like that, but she doubled her profit inside of like 5 years. Wow. So she bought it for 75. She's selling it for like 150 5 years later. I mean, that's just crazy. But still, even with that, even with the price increases, the Midwest over here, you could still find a nice fixer upper. I see them all the time for like 70, 80,000. They need a lot, but you got all kinds of time.
So I was looking up houses one night at work like 6 months ago, okay? And I found this house in West Virginia. And of course, it's just pictures. It looked nice. It was older, but it looked nice. And of course, it's going to need some work. Dude, it was 35 grand. I'm like, why don't I just buy this right now outright, be done? And then I realized there's no work out there in that particular area.
There's work. Well, just not paying what you're making out there.
If I could do it over again, I would drive truck, but I don't have the eyes for it. Like my eyes are jacked. But out there, like if you were like a truck driver with a CDL or whatever, you're set. And it was a nice house. And I'm thinking, 35 grand. I mean, and the town was falling apart. It was an old mining town. I forget the town. It was deserted. Well, not deserted, but it was very impoverished. But I mean, just because you move there doesn't mean you have to be. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, it is nuts. So, okay, since we're talking finances and prices of things, what is going on with the precious metals market? So we went up, we had a nice little exciting increase, right? And we've kind of slumped back in, right? We're kind of resting here in this range. Where do you guys see prices going in the near future? We think they're going up or we think they're going down? Because I know a lot of people are praying for $20 silver again.
Something I just thought of. Tulia asked me the other night, she goes, if we send something in for SE, will it remain unopened? Just put for SE on the box so we know. Just saying, so it doesn't get open. Good question. What do you think, Cigars, about what he asked?
I'm something about the box. I mean, if it comes in a big box, we might have to, count. What am I looking for?
Repackage.
Yeah, and I don't know how big of a box I want to make it. Consolidate was the word I'm using. I mean, why would you? I don't know. The best way to send silver, I would think, is not in an envelope like something like this, because we all know like this will get open or something. I use a package, but you got to pay $5 in shipping, and if that's the case, just send it to the guy directly. I don't know. That's a good question.
Maybe put it inside of an envelope in the priority box. That way we can open the box, not open the envelope because it's not our business. That way we can keep things confidential. Just saying.
Yeah, that'll work too.
Yeah. So do it that way. If you guys send something in, put SE on the box for SE, and send it priority so that we receive it, and then put whatever you're sending, your note, your card, your copper penny, your silver, whatever it is, in the envelope, which we can leave unopened. Let's do it that way. That just occurred to me, but Yeah, what do you think about his question about precious metals? Where are they going?
I think it's going to stay the same or go down just a little bit. It's just, I mean, all year it's been, 22, then 26, 24. It's not doing much. But even if it goes down to 20, they still put an $8 premium on everything, so you're still paying 28.
Right, and thanks for the links, Thule. And and who cares, because it's money you didn't spend on dumb crap that you're going to have when you need it. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, did you see that order I just put in?
Yeah, I did. I didn't zoom in because we were about to go live, but I saw it was fat, so I'm jealous.
Well, the 2023 Tudor Beast, the 3rd series, is released. So I bought it as a pre-sale item. So that's coming out. So I had to get that, and then one of those Unity rounds that you sent me, I bought 2 of them. Those bars you just bought, that you got sitting here, sitting here on your picture. I got 2 of them coming.
Oh, the naders, nice.
Yeah, they were $28.
Well, and I got some stuff today. Even though I
may or may not have ordered you a birthday gift.
This guy. So they put my address on both sides of this. That's why it's blanked out, because Thule can't know where I live, because I gotta stay safe. Right. It's a little joke. But right. In this package there's gold. I'll tell you guys that right now. But in another package there's something very, very specific that I don't like unboxings, but Thule kind of changed my mind. I am gonna do an unboxing video on that, and I bought it specifically to do a video on, because I think it's a really important message. And I think both of you guys know. And I think she even might know, but nobody else knows. And I think it's a really important message. So I literally bought what I bought. There's 20 ounces in there. That's all I'm going to say, for a video, because I think it's a really good message. And Thule sold me on the unboxing thing because she did a community tab. So go check that out. I think you're right too. I think metals aren't going to do a lot for a while, but I think our day will come. I just don't know if I'll be alive when that happens.
Well, there's been
naughty boy.
We're gonna freeze rate hikes for a while. If that happens, we might see some movement to the upward, but it's not going to be anything astronomical.
Right. What up, yo, Mayo, Johnny boy?
Wait, I got to answer.
They did freeze rate hikes today. They said.
Silver Sphincter. It's the Black Bull is not. It's this. If you can see my page, it's the Bull of Clarence is the 3rd release. I hope that answered. No, I'm not doing live purchases.
So I heard this tapping, and I pulled out my headphones, and someone's beating on a door across the way. We just had that. I don't know if y'all caught that community tab a couple months ago. We had someone blast somebody, and someone blast back from inside. A bunch of bullet holes in the door. I don't know what I can say, what I can't. What's up, Supreme? And I'm sitting here thinking, thank God the 9 is right here. You never know. It's a crazy world. That's all I'm saying. But I'm keeping one earbud out now so I can hear what's going on.
Right.
They're pounding, man. That's crazy.
Yo Mayo.
Huh?
Yo Mayo's in the house. I think he just got here.
He did, and so did Johnny Boy. I think Yo Mayo just got here.
Supreme,
yeah. Supreme, we're doing a live, dude. I mean, it's in the works. I think I screwed up the dates because I got Josh next Monday. That's my fault. I'm old. I screwed things up, or he screwed something up. I don't know. One of us did, but you are the following Monday after next Monday. We're gonna rock, dude.
Oh, all right. So the Black Bull, it's the Black Bull of Clarence. Yeah. Every website has it. I actually found out from Provident Metals. They sent me an email, and I looked, and I was excited because I go, okay, this is the way I can get another what do you call it? Zombux collector box for the wife, and they wanted $65 for that coin. I'm like, that seems kind of high for a 2-ounce coin. Went to both, 58. I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying it at Provident, but I'm pretty sure all the websites will have that coin.
STG's in the house, heavy hitter.
Stack that gold. Stack that gold. What up? Was he one?
Stack That Gold didn't want to do a live with me. He's like, "No, you suck, bro."
He was asking me. He was asking me yesterday about the whole YouTube thing. So I got an answer for you. It is 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours, but that only lets you get eligible for super chats, tips. What else? You're
What's a
eligible
tip?
for super tips. I don't know. I read the article.
I'm gonna send myself a tip. How do I do that? Super chat, super sticker. How do I send myself a tip?
So super chats are lives, like super chats and super stickers are on live streams, right? But so like my other monetized channel, I started getting them in and I was like, what is this? I had no idea because like, where am I getting these odd dollar amounts from? And like, so over there, a lot of my stuff is how to more helpful repair things and stuff like that. So once you monetize, they can tip the video. Like, so in that case, I tell them how to replace, an evap, unit on a car, and that helps them and saves them from, having to take their car to the shop or whatever. They can hit that tip button. It's at the, like in the black bar at the bottom of the video, above the description, and they hit that, they can tip the creator for a video and not just a live stream. They can throw them a couple bucks if they found it helpful.
All right. Yeah. So you're eligible for that, but if you want your videos to have ads and make money, you got to hit the 4,000 and the 1,000 subs.
Is that how that works now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm so far off from being monetized. It's not even funny. I reviewed. Thank you.
Yeah.
What a gangster. I don't know. Someday I'll get monetized.
Yeah. Okay.
I gotta stop doing shorts. They're not gonna get me there. I am so bad at shorts, you guys. Just Stack is good at shorts. I'm terrible.
Well, I've been doing this thing for a long time, and even me, like, I always shoot whatever I shoot, and then I think as soon as I'm done about how I could have made it better in 20 different ways. But, right now it's just a hobby. If it ever changes, then maybe I'll try to up my production quality. And I've had, help at different points. I had a buddy of mine doing my editing for a while on this channel early on, and then he got caught up in another project and had to kind of bow out, which is fine. I can still do my own editing when I have a working PC. But, the whole thing, like, a lot of people are too down on themselves for like their YouTube, in general. Number one, if you're just trying, if you're uploading and doing things, then you deserve a hell of a lot of credit, because it's not easy to put yourself out there. And number two, you're basically on a small scale, you're making your own TV show with your cell phone, in most cases. It's a large undertaking, even if you're trying to be a, one-shot wonder like Constitutional here, who doesn't edit famously. That's almost even more impressive, because when I edit, I cut out all the arms and me saying the same thing twice and all this stuff. Constitutional just flows one straight video, and it comes out coherent and concise and just good. So that's why early on, if you remember, I told you, I forget where I was at the time, but you're like, oh, you got so many subs. I was like, you're going to pass me. I know you're going to pass me, because I can see like the quality in your content. You have good voice, you speak well. Like, those are all the benchmarks to, being entertaining in front of people, aside from whatever content you're talking about.
Oh, dude, but I hate hearing myself talk. You did say that, but we all hate hearing it. Drop a one in the chat if you all make videos and hate hearing your own voice. I mean, is that a thing? Savage feels that way. I feel that way. What about Cigars and stacking? I mean, God, it's like nails on a chalkboard. It's like, oh, shut up.
I find that my voice is very soothing. I play it at night and I fall asleep to my own videos.
Well, I find you're very soothing too. But if I say that, conscious will say I'm smoking on that pole again. So I gotta be careful.
Forget him. He's not even here.
Mine's all right, I guess. I still sound very young. I never got like that deep, voice that really came through. Maybe I'm a late bloomer. I don't know, but like I still sound young. So I think that's probably my worst critique is when I hear myself, I sound like some young kid. Even though
but you're old.
Yeah, I know. Sucks. I'm reminded every day.
Gunner's looking at Archie like, "What are you doing, dude?"
I know.
You get over.
Is he eating a turd, bro? Like, what's on the carpet there? I mean, it looked like a turd.
Cardboard. He's been shredding cardboard.
That's good because that's gross.
When you start, you get used to your own voice, though. So because you have to play things back a lot, you're clipping, you're replaying, making sure you got the cut right, whatever. So you're kind of forced to. So I think at that point it doesn't bother you as much. But yeah,
dude, I listen to every video before I upload it. I'm like, oh god, that's terrible. So I don't think I'm ever getting used to hearing me.
Why do you listen to it? It's not like you're going to edit it.
Well, if it's that bad, I mean, if it's worse than normal, I'll just send it to you. Be like, hey, do something with this crap. It sucks.
Yeah. So
Silver Patriot, what's up? I love your dogs too, even though I don't know them, but I love dogs.
So I picked up some silver the other day.
What'd you get? Oh, I know what you got. But tell them.
I talked about it in my last video. I picked up a vintage Engelhard bar for $275 from a shop. It's a new shop that I found when I went to the coin show up in, where is that? Sydney.
Australia?
I went up, I wish. I ran into a guy. He told me he had a shop in the mall, which I would not know anyway, because this mall is literally dead. I think there's like 5 shops. I don't know why I don't know why he's there. But anyhow, he's got a shop in there and he sells sports memorabilia and other stuff, but he also does gold and silver. And I saw, this stuff, and I asked the woman, I said, do you have any 10-ounce bars? And she goes, yeah, we got one down there, and it's like on the bottom shelf. I had to kneel down. I see it. It's an Engelhard bar. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you want for that? And she looks up at the board that they have like a dry erase and 10-ounce bar, $275. And I was like, you're going to sell me that right now for $275? Yes, I will take it. And so I got that. I got some really weird buffaloes that look. I sent Constitutional a picture of them the other day. I don't know who makes them. It has a star on the back with a little R in it. I haven't looked into it yet, but
Cigars probably knows. He's smarter than me, but I don't know either, dude. I don't know who that is. We need to look that up. I'm curious.
Yeah, I bought some of those buffaloes, and they look really cool. They almost look like the fields look like they have kind of like a, I don't know, like a grainy pattern or something to them. Not machined, but
do you have one handy to put on camera?
Maybe yeah, because I haven't heard of that.
Look at Cigars acting like, oh, Archie's such a pain. I can't stand this dog, and he climbs up and he's just petting his boo bear.
He's being very good. He's being very good. You have no idea.
No, there is some garage, but they're really cool looking, and that got me thinking about the boring buffaloes and how you can like try to make them exciting by collecting all the different ones. Everybody makes them. Some are proofy, some look machined, some have rays, some have
proofy ones are sexy.
Yeah, they definitely are. But these, they almost look plated. Like they give that kind of look of like super shiny. Like I'll have to maybe I'll upload them on a community post to show and see if anyone knows what mint that is. But they're really cool looking. I actually like them more than a lot of the other buffaloes I picked up. But I got about 13.5 ounces and then some odds and ends, some coins and things. for it being like a kind of mixed bag shop, I was really surprised. I don't know how long he'll be there, being that he's inside of a dying mall, but
I just sent a picture to Silver and Cigars on his phone. I don't know if he can look at it while he's streaming, but
you can't.
Yeah, I thought about that after I sent it, but they're cool looking.
Oh,
Nickel might know.
No,
Nickel's
yeah,
a gold chick. He knows everything.
But yeah, I mean that's closer than the big coin shop that I usually go to. So I didn't even know the guy was there. Like, you really gotta continually check out your local and see who's selling, because if I hadn't run into him at a coin shop, I still probably wouldn't know he existed. I just got a bar that probably retails for anywhere around $375 to $400 for $275.
Who makes this? Anybody know? I don't know how well the camera's going to pick that up. Probably not well.
Did anyone catch Trident?
That 50-ounce bar, bro. I begged him to adopt me. Yes, I caught it.
Yeah. Did you happen to see my comment I put on his video?
No.
I put, love the bar, shitty video.
Because he loves to tell us all that we're terrible at what we do, and
that's right.
He's right.
Medicine.
A 50-ounce bar, though, that's super uncommon.
I even called him Dad. I'm like, hey, will you adopt me, Dad? I come with high mileage, but I can cook and clean and do dishes.
Yeah, 50 ounce. It was a Silvertown.
Silvertown, really?
Yeah, it's got a serial number on the back.
Is it like vintage?
It's poured, poured silver. It's got ripples in the back of it, and the nooks and crannies and stuff. It's a nice bar.
Because I can drive over there and ask them if they're still selling 50-ounce bars. I guess I never really asked them when I'm in there, but
just drive to Trident's house and jack it for me. I'll split it with you.
Yeah,
we'll split the profit.
Well, Worthington.
Wait, how far am I from where?
Worthington,
what? Indiana or Ohio? Oh, I don't know. Where is it?
It's a little bit north of Columbus.
She's got bucks just sitting in the bank. She's ready.
Then I'm about an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes from there.
All right, so you're closer than him to me. You're closer to him than I am.
All right, then I'm going over. Wish me luck, boys.
Just jack his bar. You want me to FedEx you a piece to carry? I will.
No, I got him. No, but this conversation early. Well, I think it was yesterday. We were having this conversation, constitutional, where I said maybe it's time that we abandon the 1 ounce size. Remember, I was saying maybe we should just buy 5 ounce bars, rounds, whatever we're buying. It's not a huge price break, but a lot of times there's a slight incremental price break on the 5 ounce.
I do remember that. And when you said it, it was very true. But I'm noticing not only am I LCS, because now 2 weeks ago it was $30 for rounds and like $28 per if you bought a 5 or 10 ounce bar or a 100 ounce bar. Now it's $28 for everything. And I'm kind of seeing the same thing online. Like if I buy a 10 ounces or 10 1 ounce pieces, it's kind of starting, that gap is starting to close. It's almost the same. What's up, Maurice? It's crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love fat bars. Like I love me some big bars. I only have 13 10 ounce bars, I think, and one 100 ounce bar. I need to start stepping up my game. And I think I got like 6 or 8 or 10 5 ounce bars. I need more bars, but I'm seeing a weird shift.
Well, and I was thinking about this when I shot that video about the perceived bar shortage on 1 ounce size, and if you look back at a lot of the vintage stuff, they weren't doing round back then. Almost everything was bars of some form. right? So somewhere between the 70s, 80s, maybe even into the 90s, it kind of shifted from bars to rounds. I don't know. Maybe they're easier, cheaper to make. Who knows? But we could easily, in the market demand, if we start demanding more 5-ounce units, then that's what they'll make. It would shift. Because I was thinking about it. I mean, unless you're picking up 5 or less, I get it. You could sell piecemeal, but I think 5 is close enough to 1 to be a contender in taking over that most bought spot, because everybody just has lots of 1-ounce rounds. Thule over there making her towers and stacks. And
that was pretty good. I saw that video.
Well, and got me on were those 5-ounce Aztecs, and how you said you had X amount of them, and I said I only had 1. I want more of them. And I was looking at those, and I've bought so many of the 5-ounce quarters, and I like the quarters, but I like
I've got 2 of the ATB 5-ounce quarters. Yeah, they're pretty, but they were a ripoff. I knew it when I bought them.
Yeah, I like the 5-ounce Aztec round better.
Yeah, because they're the same price as the 5-ounce bar.
Yeah, and if they made
they're harder to store, but they're cool as hell. Julie doesn't like them, but I do. She told me.
Maybe that's where to go. We like the 5-ounce Unity bars. Those things are hot.
They are. So, Cigars, answer me a question about Archie over there. Is he a stacker, or is he a stacker in the making? Because I see potential.
I think he's still too young. Gunner is, though.
What's Gunner got in his stack besides Archie's burgers?
I don't know. Well, he's got a colorized golden retriever round.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. Look at Nichols said, leave the cam on the dog. You 1 million subs and millions of views. Yeah, I thought so on my puppy video. And it got like 1,000 views and made like $1. So I thought it was going to take off, but it didn't. So,
are you going to retire on that ad revenue there after tax, or what's the plan from that one video?
Yeah, after tax, I'll get 70 cents.
Whew.
I don't understand. I don't understand the whole ad thing. If you look up how much money do people make on 1,000 views, the Google answer is $18.
That's not true.
Yeah, like they're like, it makes 0.018 per view. I'm like, $18. Like that's like 5,000 views for one of my videos, and I had 1,000 views and made like $1.20 or something like that.
So Matt told me about a site that will tell you what all monetized YouTubers. Actually, it'll tell you what all YouTubers make, monetized or not, based on projections.
Oh yeah,
Social Blade.
We looked it up. Remember?
Yeah, it's such a it's like, well, this person might make $100 a month or 18,000. It's like, what?
Yeah, I know.
Well, Social Blade's usually low, so even for my monetized channel, I'm making probably 75 to 100% more than what Social Blade has me at. So if you extrapolate that on the bigger YouTubers, when you look them up and you see that they're making, 150K, that's just their ad revenue. First off, that's not any sponsorships or anything like that. And that's probably low. So
wait, hold on. You guys are getting paid?
Just doesn't pay as well. If we were finance YouTubers and we were talking about stocks and investments and crypto and all of that, our ad rates would be through the roof. If we were makeup and beauty YouTubers and we were talking about how to contour or whatever all that stuff's about, we'd be making tons of money as well. It's just the niche that we're in doesn't get ads as easily as those others.
So I did tell the YouTube support guy today, I'm like, YouTube hates me because I go against the financial grain. And he goes, It's not that way. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna start making cat videos. That's what I told him, because Savage always told me, he's like, if you want to make money on YouTube, start making cat videos. I kind of think he's right.
No, it's not.
I heard the wife.
You're wrong. It's all the stuff that the kids watch, and I'm not even saying like it has to be like silly kid stuff. Like my kids right now, I guarantee I go inside the house, they're probably sitting there watching YouTube, and they watch like these animated things, and they're watching shorts, and they're watching videos and Roblox gameplay and just whatever else. And it can vary a lot, but my kids watch a lot of YouTube. I have to actually dial it back, but that's where
going on.
Maybe mine.
Shocking.
Yeah, what was that?
I have it on.
It was Archie's phone. He's getting a stacking update. Dude, can I have your dog?
No.
Can I have your dog, Matt? And I love my niece, Mira.
Yeah, I'll package her up and send her your way.
Have you guys seen Matt's dog? I always call her my niece. Like, she is friggin' adorable. Oh, what is she? She's husky and what?
I don't know. They think some kind of shepherd. They think some kind of shepherd.
That makes sense because she has beauty marks on the side of her face. I think she's part German Shepherd, part husky. That's my guess.
Yeah, that's what they were thinking. But
dude, she's so pretty. Can I have her?
Yeah, you can have her. Yeah,
wow.
Definitely. I'll send her right over. I didn't want her. My daughter wanted her. I got her by default.
Well, I love my niece,
but she makes travel hard because then I have to pay a dog sitter.
No, just pay me. Well, you don't got to pay me. I'll do it for free. Just ship her.
Yeah, move to Ohio, right? You can be in Columbus. You can swing up, see Silver and Cigars, come over and see me, hour each way.
Columbus is too far. You got to move to Cleveland.
Cleveland?
Yeah.
Cleveland's the armpit of the world. It's like mini Portland, isn't it?
Cleveland is rough. I'll give you that.
I hear you get beat up working at the Chuck E. Cheese, bro.
That's actually my city, but yeah, no, you can pick one of the suburbs. Not too bad. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. Lakewood, right? Lakewood, perfect for constitutional.
A lot of girls there, or what?
Yeah. All right. I'm asking you, Lakewood. Yes, Lakewood, Ohio. If you Google it right now, is probably what fifth or third
in Ohio
in America. Yeah, I think it's in the top 5, or maybe the top 10 city in America as the most LGBTQ plus safe city.
Yeah, I'm out. Ain't going there.
Yeah, it's like
I'd walk in this yoked out, bald, jacked up alpha male in a jacked up truck. They'd be like, "Oh God, it's the devil."
Yeah, Lakewood, Ohio is known for its that type of community. So you can move there.
Yeah, I'm good.
I got a jet. Apparently, I have something else going on that I got to take care of.
Man, we need to get.
Well, yeah, your phone keeps going off. Makes sense.
We need to get SF Stacker in the chat. He says he almost got shot in Cleveland. I got to hear that story.
You want to come up, SF?
I believe it too.
You can.
Let me tell you a story, because everyone knows Detroit is a rough city. I mean, that's a terrible place. So
Julie told me it's nice.
Detroit?
No, she never said that. I was kidding, because she lives in Michigan. That's why I said that.
And so listen to this. So I used to work at a company, and they took one of our accounts was the Greyhound station, the bus station, Greyhound,
Yeah.
And I was up on the roof doing some heating and air, whatever. And I see this bus rolling in from Detroit, and I'm like, man, these are some rough looking people. Later on that day, this is a true story. It was on the news. the people getting off the bus got robbed. So how bad is Cleveland? And the people from Detroit were pissed. They're like, we live in a terrible city. We came to Cleveland because we thought it was safe. Like, no, even they were like, man, this city's a dump. They got robbed.
So, SF says he wants to come in, and how? So SF, I want you to click the link I'm dropping in the chat right meow. That's for you, SF.
Don't you have to send it to his well, I guess if he clicks on that.
Don't y'all get click happy. This is an SF invite. Let me go into the StreamYard studio, wait for him to come up.
No one will move.
And Stack That Gold said he almost got blasted in Buffalo, but that makes sense. That's New York. It's almost as bad as Portland, to be honest with you. Probably.
Buffalo's bad.
I think we're the worst. I think we're the worst, dude.
Yeah. Did you? Oh, I didn't get to talk to you about. There's some guy talking. It was a short, and he says that gun violence. America's ranked like the third worst country in the world with gun violence.
Not true. Not true at all.
It's not.
Have you ever been to the Philippines? Have you ever been to parts of Mexico? I mean, they're cherry picking that data.
All right. Well, so just let me finish. The guy says that if you take 5 cities and he names them, Detroit, Chicago, I forget the other 3, and you take them out of the equation, America goes to 193rd worst gun violent country in the world.
Yeah, see, that makes sense. What's up, SF? Welcome in, buddy.
Hello, hello.
What's up?
What's happening?
How's it going, gentlemen?
It's going good. How are you?
Living the dream.
Tell us your story. Just kind of choose your words carefully, if you would be so kind, please.
Not a problem.
I already got demonetized on the video today, so you know.
I'll keep it clean. Don't worry.
Thanks.
This is say back in 2016. I was still in the military then, and I was in Cleveland for some secret squirrel training, where you would learn surveillance detection routes and working assets and staying away from the honeypot, you know, all of that good stuff. And I was walking around Cleveland downtown, and it was right around Garfield Street, and that's when shots started going off, and I had to book it. And I had to call my handler and, hey, shots are going off. I'm going back to the hotel. Screw this. That's pretty much it.
So Garfield Street, I've never heard of that. It's not a main street.
I want to say it's on the west side of town, north of the river.
Huh.
I've heard of Garfield Street. I don't even live there. I don't know why. That just sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's like Martin Luther King Drive. Every city has one.
Yeah.
We got a Martin Luther King Boulevard in Portland. You don't want to go there, brother.
Oh no, I mean, no, that's on the east side of Cleveland. That's a terrible place. You know, and it's a shame because they made it so that it's kind of a parkway with old, you know, bridges from the early 1900s that are all brick, and there's statues and stuff, and there's a nice little river, and no one goes there because it's not the greatest part of town.
So,
okay.
STG, I want to hear your Buffalo story. You want to come up for a minute or what? What's up? You don't want to hear his Buffalo story about he almost got blasted? Because it's New York. Makes sense.
Cleveland used to be where you sent people you really wanted to fire.
Literally.
Well,
STG just keeps denying me. I don't think he likes me much. That's all right, buddy. I get it. You're probably busy.
He probably learned from the last live that he went on. There was like 6 people on the live, and he got 2 words in.
Yeah, but we don't do it that way here, right, SF? I wonder if Sal learned. Really. Sal couldn't get 2 words in either. I wonder if he learned that last night. It's just too many people on a live just doesn't work.
Yeah, I agree.
But Sal denied me twice too. He just never. He responds to every email but those. So I'm like, all right, whatever, Uncle Sal. Love you anyway. Love you a long time. Still super chat you. Still watch you. Sal probably just knows I suck.
Well, I got so now that we got SF in the chat, did you buy any silver lately? You got any plans for some big purchases?
I'm stacking the cash to buy as much as I can in a little bit before prices rise again.
Right on.
Now the last I bought was 10 maples from Monument when
That's a good buy.
Yeah,
nice.
They're at 425 now over spot, so I thought that was good.
That's a good deal. Where are you based out of? I can't remember offhand.
Northern Indiana.
Oh, so nickel stackers in Indiana
Southern
also.
Indiana. Yeah.
I had a buddy. He decided to end it about a year ago. He was from Evansville, Indiana, and I knew him for 20 years. I really miss that guy. Every time I hear the state Indiana, I think about my good friend David. Idiot. Oh yeah, Hoosier. That's right, Nickel. He's in Indiana also. It's funny how y'all boys from Indiana, half you got accents, half you don't. I always found that amusing. It's an interesting state that way.
Yeah, you got to be south of the Wabash River to get the accent.
Because Nickel's got it, you don't have it. Hoosier don't have it. My buddy David, whoo, he had it heavy. Where's Evansville anyway in Indiana? Is that south? Of the
southwestern river? Tip.
That must be where all the accents come from. Oh, look at that. Stack That Gold says, let me hop on this thing. All right, here's your link, buddy. I'm going to do a little, what's going on, guys? Stack That Gold.
I live here. I don't have any stories about getting shot.
Well, I could come out there. We could change that. You want me to?
Well, Cigars, you
pick your caliber.
Post the other night saying I almost had to pull out on a guy on the road a couple days ago, right?
What?
Yeah, some guy cut me off. Like I had to swerve so I wouldn't hit him. And then the next light, he got out of his car and started walking towards my truck. And I had my 3-year-old son with me as well. And he was screaming profanities saying he F me and my son up. And I had I'm reaching for my gun just to make sure it doesn't go any. But thankfully, he was just all bark and no bites, so I didn't have to present, nothing like that. He just got back in his car and left.
Dude, I've had so many issues in the last 3 months driving. STG is in the house. We got the heavy hitter now. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, CS?
What's up, man?
Hey, Silver and Cigars, SF Stacker.
What's up, man?
What's happening, STG?
Hey, STG, do you know what I did today?
What'd you do? Buy gold?
I stacked that gold. I got a $0.25 in the mail, buddy. I went and picked
nice.
It up. Yeah, buddy.
You gonna do a video, or you don't want to reveal what you got?
No, it's a $0.25 Britannia, I believe. I'm gonna do a video, but I'm gonna do it with the 20 ounces of silver that showed up today too, because it's gonna be about why I'm stacking this kind of silver now, because it's something we don't think about. So it's gonna be like a dual unboxing kind of thing.
All right. Good luck with that.
So what's up with you, man?
Nothing much. Just taking it easy. Just thought I'd hop on here, listen to you guys talk, shoot the breeze, Well,
we're talking about shooting stuff, so perfect. So what happened in Buffalo, bro? Like, tell us.
Yeah, so it was literally like, I think it was my first week in college, and I went to some party, like house party, and I was going home from my friend's place, and all of a sudden, like 6 guys jumped me, and one of them like pointed a gun at me and basically robbed me at gunpoint. So it's kind of messed up. So yeah, that's basically what happened. They were kind of dumb criminals, They didn't take I was wearing a watch, a really nice watch. They didn't take that. They took my keys to my dorm. They might have thought it was like car keys or something, and they stole my wallet. which I only had like $15 in anyway. You know, I was just a broke college kid, so not like they got much. But yeah,
so,
that's.
How old are you anyway? I've never asked you that because you said.
Well, I don't like to tell exactly how old, but I'm in my 30s.
I was just gonna say, just ballpark it, yeah, because you definitely sound younger than me, but everybody's younger than me. I'm kind of older than dirt, bro. Silver Cigars, he's old too.
I'm really old.
I just sent him some silver for his birthday, but you know, I thought about sending him some dust. He's pretty old, dude.
Age is just a number.
And then you got nickel stacking. He's pretty old too.
Nickel's pretty. He's been stacking a long time, probably longer than all of us.
Dude, he's a freaking OG, man. He might even have metal on Sal. Just saying, and that's a compliment there.
So,
go ahead.
When you when the guy pointed a gun at you, I mean, what goes through your head? Like, do you think you were gonna die, or?
I mean, I just that wasn't the first time I was robbed, but yeah, the first time someone pulled a gun on me, and I said, you know what, it's not worth losing my life over a few dollars. I'll give him whatever the hell he wants. Right. And you know, there were like 6 guys, and like one of them had a gun, so I wasn't gonna take any chances. Because a lot of people had been getting shot at, and a couple of people actually got killed around that area, like a block from where I was. It's like a couple of weeks later, someone, you know, they were in their car and they basically got blasted. So
when you said it wasn't your first time being robbed, I was shocked, and then I remember you live in New York. So it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just outside of Portland, buddy. So I think it's even worse here. So no disrespect.
Yeah, I got some interesting stories about getting robbed. I could tell you.
Go ahead. I'd like to hear them.
Me too.
It was.
I'm glad you lived through all.
Yeah, it was back. It was back in the early '80s in New York City, and my dad was coming home late one night, and a guy pulled a gun on him, and there was like no one around, so he saw a car coming. And the lights had like the high beams on, so he started yelling, "Police, police over here!" You know, he was quick on his feet, and the guy just like took off.
Wow.
My dad used to carry a Luger with him. He had like a German Luger.
Nice,
cool.
And then when I was born, my mom made him give it up. So,
what?
Yeah. New York City in the 80s and 70s was not a safe place.
You know, well, all the more reason to pack. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with everybody here. I live in Oregon, sadly. I have my Oregon CHL, my Washington CPL, and my Arizona CWP, which makes me good in 32, 35 states. And if you see me, I'm packing. That's just the way it is. Sometimes I have one, sometimes I have two. I don't feel safe without it. In fact, I'm taking a road trip soon, somewhere where it's not 2A friendly, even with all my permits and licenses. And I may or may not still be carrying. That's just how I roll. You never know, man. Think people are nuts, man. I mean, you know, like SF just said, I literally in the last 3-4 months have had 3 to 5 people, give or take, about 5, flip out of me going down the road. 3 of them were when I was pulling out of my driveway, trying to make a turn, not cutting anybody off. They're giving me the bird, screaming at me, making threats. I'm thinking, dude, I'm 250 pounds, 6 foot. I'm yoked. I work out. Like, what happens if I lose my temper? What are you going to do besides bleed? I mean, what is wrong with people? Anybody have any thoughts?
I think people are just not afraid of. They're just not afraid of any consequences, or you know what I mean. They're just they probably feel you're not going to do anything.
Well, they're right. I'm pretty mild tempered, and you're right, Nickel. I do have self-defense insurance, $1 million through USCCA or USCCA. What were you saying, SF?
As long as you have situational awareness and you're able to adapt to any situation, you'll be golden. I mean, the biggest thing is being situationally aware, just kind of keeping your head on that swivel.
Absolutely.
I mean, when that guy, I was on my way to Harbor Freight when that dude got out of his car screaming at me. So I watched him go one way, but I went a different way, and I watched my rearview mirror the whole time just to make sure he wasn't going to try to follow me. And I did the same thing on the way home. You got to make sure you don't lead him back to your house.
Oh, dude, I'll avoid it at all costs because I got too much to lose. I review asked pistol, revolver, striker fire, safety. Okay, so good question. So my daily carry is an M&P 9 shield, 9mm, striker fired, no safety. I will not carry a weapon with a safety, and I'll tell you why. Also, I bought a 357, no safety that I might start carrying. I might double up. I also have a 38 I bought. I don't carry a weapon with a safety, and I'll tell you why. I carry a weapon with a heavy trigger pull because I'm talking 13 pound or heavier. I used to carry my primary weapon with a safety, and as it got older, it started engaging itself. And I noticed that when I pulled it out one night, set it on the nightstand, or to clean it, one of the two. And I was like, why is the safety engaged? Because I thought to myself, there's two things I can't have: an accidental discharge while it's on my hip or my ankle, and a non-discharge. When you pull that thing out, in the rare occasion you have to use it, if it needs to go bang, it needs to go bang. So I will not carry a weapon with a safety. That's my personal policy, and that's why.
So does that
I'm not
mean
a firearm. I'm not a firearm instructor. So go ahead.
Does that mean you carry one in the chamber as well?
Absolutely, cocked and locked, ready to go. Because
there.
What'd you say?
I said that, a boy.
Well, I mean, think about it, man. Like, and see, that's why I don't carry a 1911. I don't own one, but if I did, I wouldn't carry it because a 1911, okay, it's got what, a 2-3 pound trigger pull. So if that thing's not on safety, you might shoot your sack off. And I'm not doing that. So, and I'm not putting it on safety either. So I won't carry a weapon with a safety, and I won't carry a weapon with a light trigger pull. I just will not do it. And that's the nice thing about revolvers. What's up, North Shore? How you doing, buddy? You commented on my community tab. I deleted it and edited it, so please comment again about hooking up our friend in the silver community. Emerald Coast in the house. Peter J. What's up, fellas? Yeah, that's just how I roll. I do not carry a weapon with a light trigger pull, and I do not carry a weapon with a safety because I've learned. And the nice thing about revolvers is if you really want a light trigger pull after you need it, you can just pull that hammer back.
Yep, my 44 mag is like that. It's got like a 1/2 pound single stage and then like a 6 pound double stage trigger pull. Nice.
What does STG and Cigars have to say? Will you guys have any input on our thoughts, or are you
anti-2A? It's hard as hell to get a permit here in New York for a gun. You got to wait at least like 9 months to a year to get a permit,
if they even give it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they approve it.
I thought at one point I might like to go to New York. I'm like, oh, I'm eligible as an out-of-state resident to get one, but I watched John Stossel do an interview, and he's like, I can't get one, and they just don't give them out because they're too blue. I mean, I'm in a blue state too, but we actually have some of the best carry laws in the nation, and a lot of people don't realize that.
Well, you know where the NRA used to be headquartered, right?
I don't know, but probably some blue state because they roll over on gun control. I can't stand that.
They used to be in New York, actually.
That makes sense. I guessed it. That makes perfect sense.
Thankfully, Indiana, they just went constitutional carry last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Silver and Cigars is anti-2A. He told me that on the phone.
Me and the wife are both anti-2A. The only guns I own are under my shirt.
And they're big too. He's got 50 cal. He's got 50 caliber pythons under that shirt. Let me tell you, boys.
I figured Cigars would just throw Bud Light cans at people.
I only have one can. I'd have to buy a couple 12 packs.
Did someone drink or no?
Oh yeah, someone came over the other day and drank Miller Lite.
Hey, tell the wife to get on and say something, man. Instead of being in the background. What's up, wife?
What's up, Boo Bear?
Oh, see the Boo Bear. See, all right. So Conscious thought Silver and Cigars and I had a thing for each other. Because, let me tell you guys the story. So one day the wife, he calls her the wife, so now she's just the wife. Okay. One day the wife Instagrams me and says, "You better talk to your boy. He had a video not do well." So I called him up. He's like, "My video did fine." I called him up. I'm like, "Oh, what's wrong, Boo Bear?" And everyone just started laughing, so it stuck. So Now it's Boo Bear. I'm Boo Bear. He's Boo Bear, and she's Mrs. Boo Bear.
All right.
That's how that came to be.
I sent you an Instagram message.
I don't know. I haven't looked. I'm live streaming. My phone volume's off.
You check it.
I can check it. I'm on the computer, but I turn the volume down so I don't get interrupted. Unlike just Sackett, who never remembers.
No, because I heard you talking about possibly moving to Ohio and having beers with people, and I said, F that. I said, if you're moving to Ohio, you can just give me a night out on the town before you have beers with anybody.
Oh, yeah. Instead of having a beer with Tuli.
Tuli don't like me anyway. She's not in Ohio anyway. She's far away.
If he comes to Ohio, he can stay here, right?
I'd get a hotel, man. But I do want to hang out in that backyard courtyard of yours, have some beers and a bonfire, and if I get too hammered, then maybe I'll have to pass out in the backyard or whatever.
I'll make you a deal. I just bought a headboard. I have to buy a bed frame because I need to help me put that together.
Well, you're married to an HVAC guy. He's Mr. Mechanical.
Do you think I can help?
Yeah.
So
you listen. We'll talk later. I'll show you all the furniture I've been moving by myself lately.
STG and SF. I don't want to pry, but you guys are. I think STG might be married. I don't know about SF. I'm not myself. Nobody.
No, I'm not married.
Oh.
I'm married, a few kids.
I just said if I was married, I wouldn't have any gold.
I did not catch that. I'm sorry. But that's true. She'd take it all, unless you got a super cool wife like Mrs. Booberry, because she's all about the stacking. But when he smokes cigars, she kicks his butt out in the van.
Yeah, that's a true story.
Happened one time.
And it was December. It was cold.
Oh my gosh! Sorry. Hi, everybody.
It was cold.
Boo Bear.
Constitutional has 6 chicks, no wife. Okay, I'm gonna get raw for a minute. So, I'm 42 years old. I'll be 43 this year. I was born in 1980. So from 28 to 33, so 2008 to 2013, I was all about the online dating thing, hanging out with chicks, hooking up, having a good time. I got to tell you, since that point, very few women in my life, because like STG just said, I wouldn't have any gold. I did date a woman until November of last year, which is funny because I started this channel October 1st, and I would not have had the time to make it work. Great girl, but y'all, she was a financial train wreck. Great woman, but dude, she could not save a friggin' dime. She made she might be watching this. She's not. She made $3,500 one week driving Lyft, almost, just under. I saw it. It was a good week. She hit all, good tips, all the bonus streaks. 3 days later, she asked me for $150 to borrow $150 for a tire for a car. There's no future there.
What does she do with her money?
I don't know. She had a lot of debt, so she owned a condo outright. And then when the thing hit in 2020, she lived off of her cash. She worked at a topless bar as a bartender, so she went through all of her cash savings. And then after that she quit paying her property tax on a condo she owned outright, and started living off of her credit cards. And when that went, she just didn't get a job. And she finally got a job, and she was in so much back debt. I had to help her along with a friend of hers, and she paid me back, pay her property tax on her condo from 2018 or 19. They were 2 days away from foreclosing. And the first thing she said to me, you guys, is, "Oh, now I can breathe." I'm like, "No, you can't. You got to worry about 2019. 2020, or maybe it was 2019, whatever." I'm like, "You got to worry about this year, the next year, the 2 previous years." Like, what a nightmare, dude. I mean, great girl, but no. She was talking marriage. I'm like,
Nope.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. She was a wonderful woman, a wonderful partner. She would do anything for me in the world except for save money. And I came up with a plan. I said, "Listen, here's what we're going to do. You owe X amount of money. We're going to get you a Capital One savings account that pays you 3.5%, 4%, whatever it was at the time. I think it's 4% now, so probably 3%. We're going to take 6 out of every $10 and put that away. We're going to save 60% of your income for taxes on your Lyft job, which she wasn't paying for, because that's $10.99, and towards your back property tax." Couldn't be done. I'm like, you don't pay, you have no bills other than your property tax. I mean, you stay here, you don't leave. So I pay everything. And once in a while you buy groceries. Keep 4 out of every $10, save 6, and we'll get you out of this mess. It eluded her. She could not do it. So I had to leave.
I think that's the biggest issue with society today is they don't know the difference between first world problems and third world problems. That was one of the first things I learned in the military.
True.
Going to the Middle East.
Go ahead.
Living in a one-room shack in the mud with 5 other guys for months at a time. And these people, most Americans, they have no clue what that means. So their first world problems mean everything to them. When I see it, I'm like, really? Really? You have 0 problems. You have all the money in the world, and you are not willing to sacrifice a damn thing.
Oh, yeah. People, like, we have the best system in the world because we take this fiat crap and cut our cost and buy real money with it. And nickel stacking, it's, yes, Lyft. It's like Uber. She would have an app on her phone, okay? And people would want to ride somewhere, and they would use Lyft instead of a taxi. And that's what she did. She would take people to the airport, whatever. So that's what Lyft is. I guess they don't have that in Indiana, maybe. I don't know. And you're right. I mean, look at Cigars. His first world problem is that adorable dog. Stack That Gold's first world problem is not having a wife. My first world problem is, I got a lot, but you're
first
absolutely
right,
man.
Having a wife.
I don't know if it's a problem. Everyone keeps telling me not to get married.
For 17 years.
I would say, my experience, don't get married, don't have kids, because you're a man and you have more to lose. The courts don't like you, but if you find the right one, then you find the right one. But it's a hell of a gamble. And I know that if I would have had children or married, the women that I dated, 9 out of 10 of them would have been a train wreck. So I just kind of tapped out. I know that sounds cynical, but and it's the same way for them. I mean, there's a lot of crappy men out there.
Constitutional. I just thought of something.
Yeah.
What's her last name? Remember that Brittany? She was the teacher that went to jail.
Zamora. She was hot. Yeah. Yep.
All right. So write her.
I did 2 years ago.
And we'll keep up on it, and then you can marry her.
No, she's a pedo.
Huh?
No, she's a pedo.
She's hot.
She's really hot. I did write her because I wanted to. She was an Arizona teacher that went to prison for 20 years for engaging with an underage male student. And I honestly wrote her a letter. I'm going to be honest with you, in prison about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And I kind of wanted to pick her brain. Like, what did you find appealing about that? I was curious. I'm a curious person.
Wasn't there a woman like that, and then she ended up marrying the guy when she got out of jail?
I don't know about that, but there was a chick in Iowa. I forget her name. She was super hot. She never got charged, I don't think. She was a brunette. She started dancing at a club, lost her job as a teacher, and I think they were dating after that. And then she got into adult film entertainment. She was really hot too. Like, where were these teachers when we were kids? That's all I want to know.
Wait, who was asking about the teacher that married her student?
STG.
Yeah, it was like 20 years ago or something.
Yeah, I remember that. Her name was Mary Kay, like Lorenzo or something.
Exactly.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that was her.
She died.
Yeah, she's old now. She was old when she died, yeah.
No, she died from cancer at like 50-something. Right. Yeah, they ended up like having a baby and everything.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. You're right.
Yeah, they got married. Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest. As a dude, I've asked all my buddies this. I don't support double standards. This one I do. I think when a female teacher, I think it's weird. I don't get it, but I think when a female teacher has a relationship with a male student, it makes more sense. I mean, show me one man in the world who was a young teenager that didn't have a thing for a hot older teacher. Honestly, you can't. But if it's an older man with a younger female student, that's just gross. What's up?
Yeah, Mary Kay Letourneau. That was her.
That is one double standard I think should be a double standard, and it's honestly it's not. Like they hold them to the same accountability. It seems like.
You know, and we talked about this. The father of that kid. Remember how he came down hard on her in court?
Yep.
Get the hell out of here. He was just jealous.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you've been traumatized, have you? Like,
really?
Your first time at bat, you were with a 10. Come on, dude, you're not traumatized. I mean, let's be honest. We're men. It's different.
That kid walked around high school like, yeah, I banged my teacher. What's up?
I gotta demonetize this video. I'm gonna do that after we're done streaming. But yeah, I mean, you know, it is different. What do you think, SF? I mean, it's just reality.
I would say all the male House representatives would stamp approved 100%.
I'm not saying it's right or that it's normal. It's super weird. Like, what does a beautiful 25, 30-year-old woman, you know, find appealing about a 13, 14, 15-year-old boy? That's disgusting.
And some of them are married too.
Yeah, she was.
Zamora was, yeah.
Hold on, I need to interject here for a second. So you're saying
thanks, I review.
Young, hot teenage boys to be attracted to like their teachers, but it's weird for teenage girls to be attracted to their older male teachers?
Nope. Yep. I'm saying it's less damaging for a female to act on it than a male. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because males are different. We process things differently. You know, our first time at bat, if it's with a hot teacher, like we're like, yeah, that's all we care about at that age. Okay. We don't take psychological damage away from it. Where women, that can, screw them up for a long time. And I understand why. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right. It's not right, but it is different.
Okay. I was like half listening. So.
I mean, could it be
biological? It's just biological differences that, media doesn't want to acknowledge, but it's true.
No, it's fine. I won't go into details, but when I was in high school, I had a really creepy biology teacher that everybody thought was like super hot. And he used to like be, I won't say like completely inappropriate, but got like very touchy-feely with some of his female students. So yeah, it was weird. Like looking back, it was very creepy.
Well, for sure. But it was a dude, right?
Oh, it's definitely a dude. Like he gave me his cell phone number in my yearbook once, and I was like,
see, that's so weird.
Why would you give me your cell phone?
That's creepy.
Yeah, it is creepy.
What happened with him?
Teaching. I mean, he was still teaching when I graduated. So.
Oh, okay, well, I just figured maybe he picked up a young girl and he's in jail now.
Well, maybe he might have. No one probably narked on him. So.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, she probably told this kid, don't say nothing, don't say nothing. That dude went right to his friends the next day or that night and was like, dude, I just banged the teacher.
Dude, I'm 42 and I would do that. I mean, I'd be like, hey, buddy, check out what happened to me last night.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
We're dudes. We're dumb.
It was S&C. No, I wasn't. I was never a biology teacher.
Only in the bedroom.
It was not him.
So the age difference between us is 7 years. I'm old. She's young.
Does Mrs. Boo Bear need a bottle of milk and a cookie and tucked in, or what? It's getting kind of late for her.
A bottle of wine.
I eat the cookies and milk at night.
So does the dog.
That's true. He's got a sweet tooth.
Well, I've been watching Jay Cutler videos, and he says to be a successful bodybuilder, you got to eat 10 times a day. So that's what I've been doing.
I think STG's been doing that too. That's what he was
telling me. Pretty much. You got to keep your metabolism going. That's why it's like a fire. Your metabolism. You got to add wood to the fire to keep it burning.
Right.
So you were on Monday Night Raw, STG, I believe.
Oh God! Don't mention that. that was interesting. No, it wasn't what I expected. I thought I would be the only other guest on there. So didn't go according to plan, at least what I thought would be.
Yeah, I knew you were in some trouble there. I did the Monday before with Memorial Day. There was like 6 of us in the chat. I didn't get one word in.
I mean, we had B Squared and we had Trident, and and between those two guys and Conscious, I mean, yeah, I couldn't get much of a word in.
Yeah. Conscious and I actually had a nice email chat last night.
Oh, yeah?
Well, so check it out. I don't know if you guys caught this in the video I dropped today. I literally had some mail, not his, but I had some mail from Pirate and a bunch of others. It fell from my processed stack to my unprocessed stack. I don't know how. Well, I do, but I'm not going to tell you. It was on the table. I had it on top of a bunch of crap, and it just slipped in. So I found like 8 letters. I'm like, oh, God, these are old. I got to respond to these. But I was doing him and my silver journey today, and I think he was mad at me because it took so long. And I was like, dude, I'm out of swag. I don't have any stickers. I don't have anything to send you. So I'm waiting on stuff to send you. And we had a nice email chat. He's like, oh, dude, you're awesome, blah, blah. I'm like, no, it's cool. I think he thought I forgot about him. And I'm busy and I'm old and I do forget things, but I got a to-do list. So it's just easy to forget stuff, or and with the YouTube notifications, I mean, Stack That Gold, I haven't got a notification for you in months, but I go by your channel. Oh, dude, but I go by your channel because I know you post frequently. And
I'll be honest, I haven't watched your channel in months, so.
Well, you watched tonight because you popped in here.
I just saw it on my feed. I was like, let me hop on here, see what's going on with CS.
I mean, it sucks, dude, because people think you're not supporting the homies, and it's just if the bell doesn't go off, you don't see it, or you don't.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
In fact, you probably got 10 videos I haven't caught, but I try.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's hard keeping up with everyone.
And then SF, I don't know when the last video of yours I caught was.
I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just a follower.
Yeah, but I thought you had some videos. No, nothing.
No, nothing.
What the hell? Get some videos. I'll watch them.
Yeah, that married kid life, man. It sucks the soul right out of you.
Your first video could be how I almost got blasted in Ohio.
Yeah.
And then Silver Cigars can come out of the shadows or something. He can be the culprit. He can be the assailant. That'd be funny.
Well, I do have to go, though. We got to go hang some signs for our garage sale tomorrow.
What are you selling? The dogs?
Furniture, clothes. We're selling all this little tyke stuff. Like my wife has like all the little tyke stuff from the 80s, like the McDonald's drive-through, the washer, the dryer, all this vintage stuff. So we're selling all that. Yeah, stuff like that. Normal stuff you still see at a garage sale.
Why do y'all have little tyke stuff? Was she the biology teacher? Tell the truth.
No. From her childhood.
So my dad passed away like 6 years ago, and me and my mom don't have a good relationship. Needless to say, she pulled the rug out from underneath me and my siblings and gave us 3 days notice that she was selling our childhood home.
Oh, damn.
Literally having an estate sale within 3 days. So me and Mr. Silver and Cigars over here went, and that day kind of raided my parents' house, and I just kind of grabbed out whatever I could grab that I knew I wanted to keep. And we don't have kids, and our nieces and nephews don't. They're getting too old for it, so I figure why keep it? So I'm just gonna get rid of it.
All right, Brian, what's up, buddy? Brian's a cool dude. We had lunch, and he's kind of my eyes of what goes on at Harry's when I'm not there. That's all I'm going to say. So, thanks for coming by, brother.
Yeah. So I'll catch you later. We got to run before it gets super dark.
I'm sure you'll Instagram me while I'm sleeping. You always do.
What do you mean? I get Instagrams at 2 a.m. from you.
Well, we're on different time zones. I'm up all night. What do you want from me?
Yeah, I know. Well, so then I respond, and I'm at work, but you're sleeping.
Well, damn right, I'm fat. Look what Canadian Silver Cigars said to you. I will be picking up a cigar this weekend for you, SNC.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
You don't need them. You vape.
Just don't send them a Cuban cigar. They're not 100% legal here.
I had a dude 10 years ago that came into our restaurant, and his name was Tim. Not the coin shop guy, but he always hooked me up with cigars, man, from Cuba, and I was like, oh my god, I've been smoking Cuban. They're not bad, but they weren't. It's like everything else. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, they're not. I've had Cohiba that was a true Cuban, and I like my dailies. They're just as good. They're not like, they're just not worth the hype.
Right. So if I come out there to hang out with you and Mrs. Boo Bear, are you going to give me a fat cigar to put in my mouth?
I'll give you something else.
That sounded weird. Maybe a Bud Light on the side.
Sure.
Listen, if he's getting cigars, I like white wine and I like Tito's. So
yeah, but no, to answer your question,
we'll drink vodka, Mrs. Boo Bear. Hell yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
I just did that unboxing on my channel with all those two big boxes of cigars. I have, I don't know, 50 some cigars here that you could have one. Absolutely.
We'll be these fat monetized YouTubers making $2 a month, smoking cigars, living the good life. What do y'all think?
I still haven't got any money from YouTube.
Oh, you will. It'll come on the 21st or 22nd.
I've been monetized for 3 months.
Well, you suck. Sucks to suck. I don't know what to tell you.
I think you gotta earn at least like what, $100 or $200.
$100.
You got to make $100, and they process your hours for the previous month on the 12th, and they start sending you your money on the 21st, 22nd. So actually now, STG, I don't know what your watch hours are at, but you should be monetized soon with a new thing going on.
No, I'm way down in hours. I probably need another couple thousand hours.
Well, what can we do about that? Maybe do some live streams, bring some people over your channel. What the hell? Let's go.
All right, maybe we'll do that. I don't really care about getting monetized because, I'm not going to make that much money, and I'm just going to probably end up paying more taxes than it's worth. So,
what's going on in the kitchen there? Cigars? No, it's true.
We're getting ready to leave. I gotta go.
All right, dude. Have a good night, brother.
Okay, we'll see you.
Take care, Silver and Cigars, Mrs. Silver and Cigars.
Boo Bears. What's up, SF?
Oh, not much. It's funny that Cigars is in HVAC because I am too, and I do a lot of scrapping just like he does.
And you're in Indiana?
Yep.
That's smart. So, people have asked me about scrap or copper. I was like, it's great for scrap, but don't buy the bullion because it's priced in pounds and it don't pencil out. But if you scrap it, man, you for free, you can make some good money.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of the reason why I don't get into YouTube that much and make videos is because I spend my time scrapping or I also actually donate plasma for like $400. So that's part of my silver and gold fund.
I think Pirate does that too, doesn't he?
Yeah. Blood for gold.
I love it. Like blood diamonds, but not.
Yeah,
you should do some scrapping videos. There's a lot of channels out there that are pretty big and they do scrapping.
That's what I'm saying. You should, man. I mean, and when you do, send me an email and tell me you're gonna do videos. I'll support you, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I need to find somebody that actually does some good pours because I've been coming up with some channel round ideas, and if I get enough copper, at least I can give them the copper and then some to make some awesome pours. I know my Silver Journey, he just started pouring, so I'm trying to throw some his way.
Thule started pouring too, and I wanted to start pouring this year, but dude, I literally work 6-7 days a week, and now this YouTube thing's taking up a lot of time, so I don't know. I also want to buy a channel truck. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
Yeah, the Deuce.
Dude, yeah, I want to buy a Deuce and a half. I want to put Constitutional Stacker, YouTube.com on it. And if Silver Dragons catches this video, he'll do it first because that's what he does. But just saying, that's a goal. I got so many goals, and I don't know how to make them happen.
Do you look on govplanet.com for Deuce and a halves?
I just Google it, man, and they pop up, and I saw this sweet one for about $10K the other day. I was like, damn. They're cheap, dude.
That's because they're old as sin.
Yeah, they're older than me, and that says a lot.
Yeah. No,
And the other problem I was talking to Just Stacking about is a lot of them have different chassis and different, suspension parts and engine parts. It's like, okay, I need to know what engine's in it. So when I go to replace an alternator, it needs to be for an 85 Dodge Ram 15, whatever it is. I need to know what chassis on it, because a lot of these guys build them custom, and I need to know,
Yeah, exactly. I'm military. They make so many different types of the same vehicle, different purposes, that you never know what you're gonna get.
Exactly. I mean, STG. You're going down the road, especially in New York, right? You see this bad a deuce and a half. You're going to look at it, right? You're going to read what it says, right?
There's actually a guy who lives a few blocks away from me. He has this like Hummer, and it's like built with military camo on it, and I don't know, it looks pretty cool.
Right, and see, the other problem is I got to get magnets, because I don't want my neighbors knowing I've got thousands and thousands of dollars of metal in my house, even though I got safes and a security system. So if I park it by the homestead, I got to take the magnets off. I mean, there's a lot of problems involved, but it's a goal. Pouring's a goal. I think it'd be cool.
Hell yeah,
it'd be awesome.
Maybe I'll put STG
cool
on one door and SF Stacker YouTube.com on the back end. Get us all some more subs. What do you think?
Nice.
Hey, STG,
Have
where
you
did you get your intro? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. Go
ahead. Have you ever thought of shortening a deuce chassis to make it actually look like a pickup, but in a deuce and a half form? I've seen a couple.
You just said it. Not until you just gave me the idea. Not until you just gave me the idea. But now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, dude. I've seen a couple of them around. It looks like a badass pickup truck, but it's a deuce and a half, and it's big and gnarly, dude. They're just bad.
Nice. STG, where'd you get that intro? Is it from Flatline?
No, that was actually from Veteran Metals. He actually made that for me, which was like really unexpected.
That's right. You talked about that in the video. So, okay. Do you film on a phone or a camcorder? Probably a phone, because everybody does but me.
Yeah, phone.
So I use a Sony camcorder, right? Unless I do shorts, then of course I use my crappy phone. I don't know how to incorporate an intro when I shoot from a camcorder, but I want to figure it out, because you got a killer intro, dude, and I want an intro too.
Yeah, he does some amazing work. I haven't talked to him in a while, actually. He actually came back to New York, and I was a little bit under the weather, so I didn't meet up with him. But yeah, I mean, he's really good with graphic designing.
It's funny, because I remember you mentioned that and nothing came of it, and I haven't talked to him in a while either. I hope he's all right.
Yeah, I gotta reach out to him.
Yeah, me too. Well, you boys got anything else you want to talk about? Because I've been going over 2 hours.
If you don't mind, I have maybe a deep question. I'm still kind of a new stacker myself. I just started this March, actually.
Good for you.
Now, my question is on these gold backs that have been out for a few years, and I've been reading up on them for about a month now, and going through their websites and whatnot. Their main one is Alpine Gold, and they have their vaulting service and what their UPMA account and all that. But with them, apparently they do that 0% spread. So if you buy into it, vault it with them for free, you can get back out what you put into it without any loss. But on top of that, you can exchange gold backs for gold eagles or gold buffaloes. So my thought on that was, if you don't want to spend $2,000 at a time for 1 ounce of gold, why not buy a few gold backs at a time, store it there, and then when you have enough, trade them out for 1 ounce of gold and have it delivered? What do you guys think of that?
STG, go ahead. You're the gold man.
I mean, there's just such a small amount of gold in each gold back. You'd have to accumulate like maybe 1,000 of them, or depending on the denomination, just to get, you know, an ounce of gold. So probably not the cheapest way either to get gold. You know, if usually the smaller the size of the coin, or in this case gold back, you know, the higher the premium you're really paying. If you actually add up how much you're spending for 1,000 gold backs to equal 1 ounce compared to a 1 ounce, let's say AGE, you know, you're actually paying a lot more. So it might not be the most efficient way to stack, in my opinion. But I love the gold backs. I mean, I had like 100 of them, and I just gave them 100 Nevada like gold backs, and I just gave 99 of them away. So I really want to get more of those.
So
right.
My
And
thought on, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say my thoughts on gold backs are the same. If you can get them for a good premium, which you really can't, then sure. But from a stacking standpoint, it doesn't make sense to me because of what STG just said. However, here's something that does make sense to me that I never thought of. I was in a live stream that Smart Silver Stacker did, and I was hammering him on gold backs a little bit. I mean, you know, he's a good dude. I really like that guy a lot. He's super smart. And he talked about how he likes to use them as tips at a restaurant and then educate people about what gold and silver really are. I'm like, dude, on top of cash. So I might actually start buying gold backs for that purpose. Tip someone on a gold back, be like, do you know what this is? Let me tell you about it. And here's $10 too, or whatever. I dig them for that. I think that's an awesome educational opportunity. But as far as stacking goes, no way. Not for me.
I mean, I totally get the higher premium with that. I mean, the only thing that flipped me to thinking otherwise was their 0% spread ratio. Whereas, you know, what a gold back, according to them, is going for like $4 per gold back. So if you bought, you know, 2,000 gold backs, what, you're at $8,000 in their account, right?
I mean, if you can get them for a good premium, but
yeah,
I don't have access to that.
If with that 0% spread, you can sell those or exchange those for $8,000 worth of gold. You're not losing any premium according to them.
I mean, if you're in a situation where, like, if you're putting $2 to $4 away a day, it's kind of like fractional gold to me at that point, where I think buying a 10th ounce of gold is a horrible idea. Personally, I don't do it anymore.
Agree.
But if you're in a situation where you've got X amount of dollars to put into a fund to buy you gold backs that you can exchange for an ounce later down the road when you have more money, I can see where that could work. You know, it depends on your individual situation.
I kind of don't agree with that about the 1/10 ounce. I think it's good for a lot of people who can't afford more than that. And I think if you hold it for the long term, it's going to go up, and the premiums you pay on, you know, a smaller size, I think you'll eventually get back as well.
Well, I agree with that too, honestly. I mean, I'm just at a point in my life where I can afford to pay less premium by buying quarter or half ounce.
Right.
So that's where I'm leaning. But I can't find half ounce anywhere, and I'm at the niche where, you know, half ounces more fits my budget than full ounces at a time.
Right.
So that's why but I can also take the 1/10 ounce and sell them to Harry and get a better premium because he gets a better premium. So it's like the gold back thing. It's like it's black and white, but here's the gray area kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I agree. I disagree, but I agree, if that makes sense, with both theories that you guys have presented. Does that make sense? Did I say that right?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I mean, I actually took
depend on who you're selling.
Right.
True.
I took a bunch of fractional to Harry's. I said, "Look, I want a 1 ounce." He's like, "Well, it's going to cost you more." I'm like, "I know. You'll be able to sell the fractional gold for a higher premium. I just want a 1 ounce, you know, gold coin, and I got my kangaroo that way." And financially, it didn't pencil out for me, but you know, he's good to me, and he gives me a free ounce of silver here and there. So it all depends on your individual situation, you know.
Yeah,
that's true.
At the end of the day, if you're stacking, you know, some form of physical metal, I mean, you really can't lose. I don't care if it's numismatics, fractional, gold backs. I mean, you know, it's better than most are doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we're already in the top 1% of the population.
That's what they say.
Just stacking any sort.
And that's good for me because I've been in the bottom 1% of the population my whole life as far as intelligence and finances. So I'll take it.
Yeah, from what you were telling us earlier.
Oh man, I'm 42, you guys. When I was 28 years old, I am not kidding you. I was dead broke. Didn't know how I was going to get my next meal. I did seasonal landscaping, didn't save any money. 1 year, my insurance broker at the time paid my car insurance for the 2 months I was out of work, and I paid her back eventually, but it took 4 months of me being back at work to catch up to pay her back. I was a mess. So at the end of the day, if you're putting something away, I really think you're on the right path to anybody.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Even if it's just constitutional silver, that stuff
Yep.
goes for crazy money sometimes.
Yep. It
What's
does.
funny is that's one of your biggest challenges is trying to teach other people about the benefit too.
Oh, most people don't get it.
Or at least
most people
it's
don't
rocks
get
to them.
Most people oh, that's a Dave Ram. So I'm gonna do a Dave Ramsey video coming up. I can't wait to hammer his sack. That guy. Oh, it's a rock. I can't. He's great for getting out of debt. He's okay for a conservative portfolio, investment program. But I think he's evil, y'all. I do, because he has steered people wrong about metals for so long, especially in 2020 from now, and he just doesn't have the berries to admit it, and I don't respect that.
That's because he can't trust the audience. That's why he thinks this is a bunch of idiots, so he doesn't trust with precious metals.
He's like, the petrodollar is not going anywhere. The world reserve currency is not going anywhere. Russia's economy is small. Like he's full of it, man. He is so stupid with that.
I don't even watch that guy, so I don't know anything about him.
I try not to either, but sometimes I see it pop up in my feed, and I just can't help going over there and talking smack on his videos. And when he does a good video, I'm like, that's a good video, and I'll comment. But I find 9 times out of 10, I'm like, you're an idiot. But he's got more money than me, so what do I know?
Yeah, that's because half of America in debt, so he's banking on that statistic. So
and that right there is why you need to do videos. What you just said is why you need to start making videos, because I'm serious, because the majority of the population is craving leadership and craving being told what to do with no direction. And what you just said right there can provide direction. I really believe that.
You got to make your own path in life. You can't always listen to whatever you hear on YouTube.
Wait a minute. I listen to STG. Should I stop doing that?
Well, you got to make that decision for yourself.
Fellas, this has been so much fun. I got a jam. I got stuff to do. I got to do laundry. I smell funky. You don't even want to know. Thank God this isn't smell-o-vision. Okay. Y'all got something you want to say before I end it?
This is fun.
Just thank you, guy.
Anytime, SF and STG. Let's do another one, dude. Like, I've been waiting for a heavy hitter like you to do something with me for a while. I was kind of sad about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely. This is fun. This is a lot more tame than on Conscious's channel, so I'm definitely down for it.
And SF, I mean, dude, come up anytime, man. Anytime you want to come up, just let me know. Be like, hey, dummy, I want to come up. Like, it's been a pleasure.
You got it, brother.
All right, guys. If you got nothing else, I'm going to tell everyone thank you for coming in. None of us here are financial advisors, so don't sue us. And our assets are mostly, off the books, so you won't get much anyway. And POP, baby, pour on paper. That's where you want to be. And keep stacking.
Stack that gold, baby.
Argento Libertas.